And you won't be able to have any cards, or you got to explain it. Okay? You're going to have 10 minutes, so you have to talk 10 minutes about that.
No cards.
For example, step number 1 in the sales process is greeting. And the goal of the greeting is now, the reason why we want to put the customer at ease is because most customers make a decision that they're going to buy a car at home. So when they come in, quite candidly, I've got to earn their trust. So one of the ways that I'm going to earn their trust is when I meet them, I'm going to give them a firm handshake. And when we talk about the greeting and putting them at ease, I realized that in face-to-face communication that there are 3 things that impact a person. And they are body language impacts a person,
55.
tonality impacts a person, and words. So I want to use my body language and my words as well as my tonality. Now, I'm going to transition them into my showroom. And the one thing that will never lead me through this process is my transition tool. And my transition tool is, and my O stands for, and the B stands for, and the P stands for permission. When I transition them in and I offer them hospitality, then I'm going to make a phone call. And my phone call will sound something like this. Hi, this is Otto Gross. I'm sitting with Dr. Jones. Please hold all my calls. Boom. That lets my manager know that I have a client in the showroom. He or she will become airborne and not chairborne. Now, I'm going to transition to, did you notice that means?
Don't look at me.
I was writing what in the world just happened?
So I'm going to transition to my needs analysis. The goal of the needs analysis is to form a relationship, to bond with them, to find out what they need and what they want, to find out what caused them to come into my showroom. When I talk about cause is an acronym for my hot buttons. For example, the C stands for comfort. The A stands for
Air conditioning.
Appearance.
What?
Air conditioning.
What are you even thinking about?
It's
Attract.
appearance. The U stands for
Utility.
the S, the
Safety.
E, economical, and the D stands for dependability. Now, the reason why those things are important to me, because when the time comes for me to do a walk around, I'm going to tap into those hot buttons, because the mission is to build value. And here's what I know, that when value is greater than price, 8 out of 10 people will buy. Now, after I've completed my needs analysis, I'm going to get their license from them. When I get their license, the first thing I'm going to do is look at it to make sure it's them, to make sure that it's valid, because nobody drives one of our cars without a valid driver's license. Now, before I leave the desk, I'm going to share with them a little bit about my brand value story. Now, my brand value story has 4 components. OEM, which means original equipment manufacturer, in our case, it's Honda. The parent company, which is Pohanka Automotive Group. The local company, I represent Honda of Fredericksburg. And I'll share a little bit about me. And I'm only going to give them the Reader's Digest version. Now, after I'll share with them my brand value story. At this point, I'll give them a brochure to give them some reading material to keep them occupied. Now I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to my CRM tool. I'm going to put that information in CRM. Then I'm going to get with my management. because I think two heads are better than one. And he or she will help me pick out the right car. I'm going to get a tag. I'm going to get the keys. I'm going to bring the car around. If it's really, really hot outside, I'm going to turn on the AC. If it's really, really cold, turn on the heat. Now, when I bring them out, I'm now going to do a 6-position walk around. I'll start at the window sticker. Go all the way around the car. The customer will end up in the passenger side up front. I'll get in the driver's side. I'll explain to them all of the ergonomics. Tapping into the hot buttons all the way around this walk around. Now I'm ready to go on the test drive, the evaluation drive. And I'll transition to let them know. Now before I drive off this lot, the one thing I'm gonna make sure that I have is gas. Now, we'll drive off the lot. I'll let them know that I'm going to demonstrate what I've just